tired of the drama. You use your words like they are knives. I don't need that type of drama and trying to be tough all the daytime. You try to make yourself feel better by taking me down. Once I fell, but now I'm strong. I'm ready for the
Hey guys, and welcome back. This little side table in my dining room needs some attention. As you can see, I have got it so cluttered up that you can't even slide those doors open. And there is so much stuff hidden in these little doors and on these shelves that you'll be surprised when I lay it all out on the table how much that there actually is. But Heather was pulling this little table out to unplug the wax warmer the other night, and she spilt the wax. So wax went all over it. There was already like an oil spot on it from something. I have no idea actually what it's from, but it just needed some work desperately. So this table is like raw unfinished wood. If you spray something on it and wipe it down, your rag will stick to it. It's splintery. We got this at Hobby Lobby and we paid way more than we should have for it. I always wanted to smooth it down and put some poly on it, but unfortunately I've waited a little too long for that. So I wanted to clean this out because I'm tired of the junk. I'm tired of the clutter. I'm tired of hiding it from you guys. I'll shove things in this door. I'll close it and give you an overview like I have just put everything in its place, when in reality it's all shoved into a hiding spot. I started by cleaning the whole thing off. I wanted it completely empty. I wanted to clean it good. I wanted to sand down the top and stain it. So I was telling Heather that I thought I would have to stain it darker to kind of hide some of those spots. And she was like, well, the dining room table is dark and we've stained the gates dark and the mantle and all this. So it would probably look good dark. Actually, it would match the kitchen table well. So that's what we decided to do. I think the stain I chose was dark walnut, which I think is close to what we have on the mantle and the gate. I'm not sure if it's the exact color, but it's close, and it's really close to the dining room table too. So watch as I throw 90% of this crap away and as I transform this little side table into something that is pretty and a lot more functional as far as wiping it down and keeping it clean.
All the time, what are you trying to find? I hope this ain't a lie, 'cause I'm vibing with all we have. Yeah, I'm feeling what we are now. I'm laying down on the ground. All I do is thinking out loud. Yeah, I'm vibing with all we have. I'm feeling what we are now. All I do is thinking out loud. 'Cause I'm running with these emotions, stumbling out of bed. One hell of a roller coaster. You're messing with my head. I'm ending up so clueless. What are you trying to find? I'm running with these emotions. Tell me, what do you have in mind? Tell me, what do you have in mind? I put my heart on the line through our phone in the night. No, I'm here by your side. So tell me, where are you now? When your head is in the clouds, I wanna find out now. 'Cause I'm vibing with all we have. Yeah, I'm feeling what we are now. I'm laying down on the ground. All I do is thinking out loud. Yeah, I'm vibing with all we have. I'm feeling what we are now. All I do is thinking out loud.
This table is designed to where you can put the doors on each side and have the shelves open in the middle, or you can slide those doors together and have the shelves open on the sides. I like it the way it is right now with the doors on the sides and the shelves open in the middle. But I don't know, honestly, if I've ever just scrubbed these shelves down. I've took a dry vacuum cleaner to it, and that's how I dust the top, is just with like dry dust in it with a vacuum cleaner, because there's just no cleaning it with a rag. If you spray something on it, it's not even going to smear. The cleaner's just going to soak into that wood. So it is a mess, and I was using like a little paint scraper spatula. I don't know what you call this thing, but I was using that to scrape this wax off, and then I was going to sand this down. So I got a late start on this evening. I don't know what I did all day. I can't even remember, but it was like dark, okay? So I was telling myself it's too late to even start. Like, just wait till in the morning. But I know what, in the morning I'll be cleaning the kitchen and hanging out with Lexi or Lakely or doing this or that. Who knows what, grocery shopping, whatever. But if I don't make myself get up and do it, I just sit. And I know a lot of you guys think that I'm this big ball of energy and I do all this stuff, but you guys really just see a few hours of my week. I'm not that productive. I really am not, especially when it comes to cleaning and organizing. I'm telling you, that's why I have so many junk drawers, because when it comes time to clean, I don't want to put things in their place. I want to stick them in a drawer, shut the drawer, wipe the top off, and be done. And that's what I do, and I'm so bad for that. And I get it from my mom. So, Mom, if you're watching this and listening, you know I'm telling the truth. I get this from you. So get up, declutter. I'm telling you that. Get up and declutter with me, Mom. If I have a tiny scrap piece of vinyl, I'll save it. And if you make shirts, if you have a Cricut, you know that a lot of times that does come in handy. But it is so overwhelming, and I have so much of it. I have so many things that I don't need, and I'll stick it somewhere in case I need it one day, when ultimately I never need it again. Or if I do need it again, I can run to the Dollar General or Walmart, Food City, wherever, and repurchase it for probably less than $5, if I'm being honest with you. But Heather's cats like to scratch these doors, so they're pretty rough. So I was sanding those down. Everyone was in the bed. That is why I'm using sandpaper by hand and not my electric sander. So I know you guys are probably thinking, why didn't you just plug a sander in and sand it down? It's because the vacuum cleaner was loud enough and it made flash bark, and it probably woke half of the house up, but whatever. I had to vacuum it up. I had no choice but to get the dust and stuff off this table, but I did use sandpaper by hand. But anyway, you see that these spots faded, but they're not ultimately gone. So I wasn't sure how that stain was going to even take to those spots, if it would soak stain up or if it wouldn't, if it would look good, bad, whatever. But I thought it can't look any worse than it did in the beginning. And if it doesn't work, I can get a piece of wood and put over this and make it work. The table was too darn expensive to throw away. And I know I'm the first one to tell you guys, as I read about decluttering and all these things, like, don't worry about what you paid for it. If you're not using it, get rid of it. Or if you don't need it, if it doesn't suit you, the looks of it, whatever, get rid of it. But I'm not getting rid of this table. I'll have it till the day I die, because I paid too blame much for it to put it to the road or to sell it or whatever. I'm not doing it. I will keep it forever and ever. I do like this table, though. I think it's very pretty. And I love the light colored wood. I'm not a fan of the dark on this table. I think this table is very pretty light. But like I said, I needed to cover a lot of spots. So I did this. It ends up matching our kitchen table so good that it almost looks like a set. Almost looks like it came with the table. So I'm really satisfied with it. I am. And I love dark stain on our mantle, and I love dark stain period. But I do like this table, the lighter color, but I do think it looks okay dark too.
When I walk alone, I'm not gonna lose myself. I'll be standing high and I'll win the fight. Not gonna lose myself. And I wanna know, yeah, I wanna know. I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red lights, I could just stay the same or be winning the game. I'll be standing high and I'll win the fight.
I came straight through the dirt, my sleeves pulled up, my head held high. No shirt, no shoes,
but a beating heart, and I made sure that my tongue was tied. Try to shut up and just put up with all the lies they told. Guess this is what it's like when you grow up. I'm feeling old. Some say it's normal when you get formal. It comes with age, what a mistake. Cause when I was a kid, I dreamt of something greater, like standing on a stage and hearing all those people shout my name. But now I'm hanging low and looking for someone to blame. So
I'm not gonna lose myself.
So this part was tricky, and I guess I should have taken those doors off. It might have been a little bit easier. If they even come off, I'm not sure. I am a lot better of a painter than I am a stainer. A stain does not like me. It is just too runny, and I get it everywhere. So you're going to see that I make a lot of mistakes, and I spray that blue microfiber cloth there, and I get a lot of stain off the white part. The next day, I go in with white paint and I touch up some places. And you'll also see in a few minutes that I end up taping it off because I cannot get up in those corners without bumping the white part. So as I'm editing this and voicing it over, I'm thinking maybe I should have painted it. I don't know. I mean, I like the stain, I do, but stain's just really hard to work with. And I probably could have painted it just, any color really. There's a lot more you can do with paint as far as colors than stain for sure, but this stain ended up a lot darker on the front, so I do go over the top the next day, but the stain on the front of these doors, there was just not a lot of room to spread that stain out, so once it hit that wood, there was no spreading it out, not too much anyway, so it did end up a lot darker on the front. But the tape did help, so if you're staining anything like this, I would suggest using tape, although I hate using painter's tape, but it did help me from bumping the edges so much.
Living in a sequence, trying not to see it. Need some bliss in the turbulence. I'm praying on the weekdays, drowning in the weekends. All the shallow friends are mine. I got the champagne dripping from inside my spine. No credit cards to buy my time. I never listen. It's not too late for you to let it go to my beat. Rhythm makes me complete. Strip me down to my bare bones. Too long, phasing down the concrete. Moving like great machines. Strip me down to my bare bones. Haven't had a pause yet. Maxing out my mistakes. All my dreams might be made of gold. Dizzy on a Sunday, knocked out on the Mondays. All the shallow friends are mine. I got the champagne dripping from inside my spine. No credit cards to buy my time. I never listen. It's not too late for you to let it go to my beat. Rhythm makes me complete. Strip me down to my bare bones. Too long, phasing down the concrete. Moving like great machines. Strip me down to my bare bones. Rhythm makes me to my bare bones.
Okay, so this is random, but you guys know I'm pretty random anyway, almost every video. But if you are one of those people that do not have to wash your hair every day, I'm so jealous of you. I washed my hair the night before. So I took a shower the night before. I was like, I'm just going to try it and then see how it does. Because usually by the next morning, even if it's still damp, if I don't dry it even, it's so curly and it's already oily. Like I can't do anything with it. So I did not dry my hair. I woke up the next morning. I think I voice-overed Wednesday's video. I think this was Wednesday night. So I think Wednesday morning, I woke up, let my hair air dry, took a flat iron to it, which you can see it's already curled back up in the back, but it was already so oily and I don't know how to stop that. And I even used dry shampoo on it. I cannot hardly stand the thoughts of my hair having dry shampoo in it. Like I just feel dirty. I feel like I'm just covering up the grease and it's dirty. I don't know. I've always been like that. And I know you can train your hair, but how do you not feel like your hair's dirty if you don't wash it every day? And I know a lot of people don't. A lot of people will go a week at a time. I would die. Like, my hair would be so itchy, and dry shampoo itches my hair too. So it makes it look white and powdery, which, you know, kind of wears off as the day goes on, and you can kind of, you know, use your fingers and kind of make that go away. But still, you've got like powdery texture. I don't like it. I just don't like it. And I've used every kind of dry shampoo there is. Trust me, from cheap to very expensive. And in an emergency situation, it would be fine. But like, I just have to wake up in the morning and take a shower and wash and dry my hair. Is anybody else like that? Like, please tell me. I feel like may have gotten sweaty, or there's something in it. I mean, I paint, I cook, I clean, I have baby puke on me. I don't know. But if you're one of those people, I'm jealous, but I just wanted to address why my hair looks like crap right here. But you're fixing to see a new day, and it's been washed. That morning, it looks so much better. It feels so much better anyway. I don't know about looks. So Lexi's on her way over this morning. She has, of course, Lately, but Hunter gave her what is it called? A KitchenAid mixer. He got it for her for Christmas, and he gave it to her early. So she was like, can I bring it over and we can like make some stuff and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah. I mean, like, I don't have anything going on. Sure, let's just bake today. But seriously, I'm gonna pick his kitchen up because it's picked. I gotta clean the kitchen. But I am gonna work on this. Okay, so you guys see the doors are darker. I'm gonna stain this again and make it a little bit darker too. But I could not spread this stain out on these doors as well as I could on the table. So it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. So anyway, we are going to work on this. I'm going to declutter this. Are you all shocked? Is it disgusting, or is it like a proud moment for me that I was able to hide all of this and that and still make the top look a little Christmassy, nice, neat, clean, whatever. Okay, so you look at this when I had this decorated and you probably think, you know, cute, whatever. You probably didn't even imagine the crap I had hidden away in here. And I do like this better, the light brown, just by the way. But you seen the top of that? It's just, it needed something. It needed some work. Heather pulled this out to unplug the wax warmer and spilled the wax everywhere. So that's why it was like it was. But I'm going to get as much done as I can today. Hopefully get this done, get this mess decluttered, love on my baby, and bake some bread. We'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna bring you guys along for it.
We both know it's too late, but I think you already know. 'Cause it shows that every time you're around, I try to stay on the low. But it grows, that crazy feeling that I want you here with me. I wanna push it on down, but it will not leave. It's like I'm losing my mind, turning wrong into right. I try to keep you away, but somehow, baby, you're still pulling me in, pulling me in. I'm like a moth to a flame. I should've known better, but you're pulling me in, pulling me in. There's something in those hazel eyes. There's something that I cannot fight. I try to keep you away, but somehow, baby, you're still pulling me in, pulling me in. It's like I'm stuck in reverse, crashing back into you. What's the use? I wish that I could unlearn all the things you would do. Let me loose in that old feeling that I want you here with me. I wanna push it on down, but it will not leave. It's like I'm losing my mind, turning wrong into right. I try to keep you away, but somehow, baby, you're still pulling me in, pulling me in. I'm like a moth to a flame. I should've known better, but you're pulling me in, pulling me in. There's something in those hazel eyes. There's something that I cannot fight. I try to keep you away, but somehow, baby, you're still pulling me in, pulling me in.
When we bought this table, it came distressed. Like the brown that's showing through the white paint, it looks like someone took sandpaper to it, like to the corners. You guys know what I'm talking about. So I didn't want to just paint it solid white, but there were places on it that I wanted to touch up just because it had scratches, and just from the cats and dog and kids, adults, cricket. It's just a craft table. Let's face it. I mean, it basically is just a craft table because that's what I had inside of it. The table upstairs that I got for my cricket, Kennedy's kind of taken that over. When I go up there, I'll have to move a mirror and makeup and skincare, body sprays, and this and that. And it's just a lot. And it's freezing cold up there right now. And there is a heater, but if she's not home, I don't run it and I keep the door shut. But it's just so much easier for me to be down here and do it. I don't make a ton of shirts anymore. Around Christmas time I do. That's when a lot of people want shirts, you know, just different things. And even fall, maybe as the season changes, they'll see cute shirts that they want and they'll ask me if I can make them. And that's usually when I have more shirts to do. But I don't do it a whole lot, but I have been wrapping gifts over here, so that's where the tape and all that good stuff is. Lakely had just gotten a new busy block, and Flash was playing with it, moving those little beads, so I was just going to leave that in and show you guys him. It was so cute. Say hi. Can you say hi to that baby? Tell the baby hi. Tell the baby hi. You see her? You see her? That's a baby? That's Lakey. That's you. Show me your teeth. So I have 4 teeth on top, 2 teeth on the bottom.
When I saw you, I would lose control. Made me feel like there was no tomorrow. Should've told you that you're beautiful, but the days pass and now it's so long ago. Did you make it? Did you break free?
So I started decluttering the things on the table, and I was like, oh Lord, I've got 27 copies of the Citizen Tribune, so one of my kids must have done something. It was Kennedy's commitment picture, so I just put those in my room. I need to put those in her scrapbook, actually, or we have a storage tote with like a plastic with a lid that we keep all of her newspaper clippings from home runs and things like that. But I was pretty generous about what I threw away. There was really nothing that could be donated. So a lot of this too was pictures we had dug out of Lexi when she was a baby to compare to Lakely, or decor that's not Christmas that I put away. When I brought out fall decor, I just stuck stuff in those doors, and then I added all my Cricut stuff on top of it. So I have my heat press, and then like Farkle, we have that game, we play it a lot, and I did want to keep that handy because we play that around the table. But there were just old candles, and those candles had screws and thumbtacks and things like that dropped down in it just so I could reach, like it was a storage container to me. It wasn't even like a candle. But Lexi had brought her KitchenAid mixer over. Blood pressure cuff. Don't know why I have that. Tell me you have a kid with preeclampsia without telling me you have a kid with preeclampsia. I could put it in the medicine cabinet. Great place for it. And it is very nice. I'm very jealous. But it's pretty. It's nice. It works great. But I was trying to stay on task because I get busy talking and get into the moment. And then, yeah. So I tried to stay focused on what I was doing and let her do her thing. I did my thing. Kennedy had came home this week, so she has online classes and she can't really do weightlifting for softball, so she just stayed home a few days. I had wax spilled around the outside of this wax warmer too. I didn't want to get rid of it because it's a fireplace and it's so cute. But I was like, there's wax all over it. How am I going to scrape all that off? And Kennedy was like, take a hairdryer to it. So that was genius. So I was so glad she gave me that advice because it worked perfectly and it was pretty satisfying too. I threw some ribbon and some like tulle away that had glitter all over it because I'm just over the glitter. For one, I hate when I pull something out and glitter flies everywhere from it. That just annoys me, especially with Lakely crawling now. She's going to have glitter all over her hands or dog hair or whatever. Just trying to stay more focused on baby-proofing this house a little bit because she is mobile now and just giving things a home. So like the decor I took outside, I put in a tote in the garage. There was also some wax on the wall. I took the hairdryer to it too. It came right off. Didn't even mess with the paint. I figured there'd be an oily spot in the paint. There was not. But I had bought a few storage containers from Walmart and I used those and those fit in there perfectly and I was worried that they wouldn't. I knew that my mats from the Cricut barely fit in there and they're 12 by 12. So I knew to try to keep my baskets around that size or smaller. But I'm going to put a coat of poly on this table. It had been a couple of hours and I had a fan on it, so it was good and dry. Although my brush did stain brown. None of the stain came off the table, but it was staining my brush a little bit. But it turned out fine in the end. You'll see everything worked out great. But I love poly. If you have anything rough, like raw lumber, wood, rough wood, that a rag can't slide across, use polyacrylic. It is game changer. I love it. I love that I put that on my kitchen table. It wipes down so easily now. It is amazing.
Down in a lonely manger, our humble Christ was born, and God sent us salvation that blessed Christmas morn. When I am a seeker, I seek both night and day. I seek the Lord to help me, and He shows me the way. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. He made me a watchman upon the city wall. And if I'm a Christian, I'm the least of all. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
While you guys are watching me put poly on this table, I wanted to share this with you guys. For many, especially this time of year, the idea of finding joy at Christmas seems absolutely ludicrous. A season of joy is hard to comprehend when our world is facing so much uncertainty, fear, and loss. And a season of joy is hard to comprehend when you look at your life circumstances and they are less than merry. If that's where you found yourself, I completely understand. Joy is a choice to look past our circumstances and to celebrate the big picture. Joy is a gift God gives to His people when we walk with Him. Joy is also the message that the angels gave to the shepherds on that very first Christmas who themselves weren't living in ideal conditions at the time. You can refer to Luke 2:8-12. The good news that was meant to bring joy was the announcement of the birth of Jesus. The message of Christmas isn't that life will be perfect and that we won't experience pain or that we'll never go through a tough loss. The message of Christmas is that even when life is not perfect, we don't have to go through it alone. God came down to earth on that very first Christmas morning, and through Jesus, we can have a relationship with God that brings not only eternal life after this one, but also can bring joy to your life right now. Let this be an encouragement to you this Christmas to make a point of finding joy no matter what life is looking like for you right now. Put aside time to read the Christmas story. Remind yourself why the message of Christmas is a joyful one. Look for ways to love those around you. Look around and find ways to bless the people around you that you know are hurting. And above all, seek out time with the Prince of Peace, the wonderful counselor, who is the very reason why we celebrate this season. When we do, we can discover the joy that invaded the lives of those who partook in that very first Christmas, and it can change how we live and experience this one now. I've always been very attentive to those around me, especially during Christmas, that I know are hurting. If you guys were around last Christmas, you know that I did an in memory of video, and I put your guys' loved ones up on the screen in memory of those. I've seen my grandparents lose their son, and I've seen how devastating and how hurtful that is to them. And I know that Christmas isn't a time of joy for a lot of people. A lot of people have a hard time finding joy through grief. But just remember, your loved ones that are gone would not want you to sit around and be sad. They would want you to put a smile on your face, and they would want you to put that Christmas tree up, and they would want you to find joy. So I hope that this Christmas you're able to do that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I think this table turned out really good, and I got rid of so much stuff. So I moved the dining room around again, surprise, but I thought with it being dark wood, it would look better against this light window rather than that gray dark wall like the board and batten. So I just put all of my storage containers in here. They all fit perfectly, and it feels so good to open those doors and everything's neat and organized. And like, who am I? It don't even feel like it's me or mine when I open something and it's so neat and organized. But I am trying to get rid of so much stuff. There's so much more to come. I want to go through everything I have and just donate and then trash and just clear up some of the clutter, help other people, bless other people with stuff that I don't need or don't use. So it just feels good to have a home for things. But thank you guys so much for watching and for being here. And if you're new, I'd love it if you'd stick around and subscribe. That would mean the world to me. But remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope you find joy this Christmas season. And I will see you guys in the next one.
Here in the waiting, wandering and fading, I know there is something more than this. I think I am ready for doing some changing. Oh God, there is something more than this.